season comes to a close with a game with playoff implications. It is the Lions and the Vikings from Ford Field. Lions won the toss. They elect to receive. Regular season coming to a close with this division matchup from Detroit, and off we go from Ford Field. Greg Joseph to Craig Reynolds for the touchback, and here comes this Lions offense. And good punt, as it often is from Fox. Powell watches it bounce inside the 10. Lions opponents have the worst average starting field position of any opponent in the NFL, and Fox has a huge part of that. On 3rd and 4. Mullins hit as he throws, and it's incomplete behind Osborne. The pocket collapsed in a hurry. Several Lions surrounding him. Josh Paschal got there first.
Yeah, and when you can get pressure from the inside, that's the most important part. You see Aiden Hutchinson coming up the field. You can see Nick Mullins start to step up, but he's walking right into Josh Paschal.
Good spiraling punt. Back to the 5 goes Khalif Raymond. Khalif Raymond with room. Khalif Raymond with speed. Raymond with a blocker ahead. Stumbles to the 45 and takes it all the way back near midfield.
Right makes the play.
Hey, you hear that ovation there, Daryl?
Is that for the punt return?
Yeah, it's not. Brad Rogers just announced 70 reported as eligible. Dan Skipper reported as eligible. And he meant to this time. From the 48-yard line. Field position flip with that return. Goff looking up top. Lets it rip. Amon-Ra St. Brown is loose and down the sideline. Amon-Ra St. Brown is 113th catch of the year. Second in the NFL, and it goes for 36.
Just watch him at the top of this. It's really good finding that soft spot. So you've got underneath coverage and deep coverage, and you just kind of throttle it down. And you create that nice little window in between cornerback and safety.
Vikings are saying not him again. 12 catches on Christmas Eve in Minneapolis for this guy. But it isn't excellent for a lot of the years. Skipper comes back in and gives the eligible signal. But this 3-game losing streak for Minnesota, the defense has given up 30 points per game. Now, the injuries have been a problem. They weren't going to use that as an excuse. They faced some good offenses, but bottom line, with the way the offense has been up and down because of the quarterbacks, they've been leaning on this D. Fake to Montgomery. Wide open Laporta. Easy touchdown for the Lions.
I don't know if this was intentional, because a lot of times you will do this, but watch Sam Laporta right here. He actually goes to the ground. That really sells it to Josh Metellus. Well, there's no way they're throwing it to 87.
10th touchdown of the season for the rookie. 82nd catch of the year. More catches than any rookie tight end in NFL history. Here's pressure and a sack. Jack Campbell on the blitz gets there to Mullins.
And here we go again, right? Kevin O'Connell talked about maybe not as good in pass protection as we want it to be. And it's just a straight blitz. And they get David Quessenberry in that situation where you've got 2, and you've got to determine. I don't know if Alexander Madison went the wrong way. I just don't know how you don't see Jack Campbell coming. And whether it's Alexander Madison as the running back or David Quessenberry happen to funnel where's the most dangerous man and soft play that, but you cannot let a blitz get right to your quarterback.
That's 3rd and 17.
Yeah, trying to stay out of the obvious passing situations. You're exactly right, Joe. 3rd and 17. I mean, screen pass, you already proven that you're struggling with protection on that first play in this drive.
Well protected this time, but just a check down, and Alexander Madison needs 17. He won't get close to it. Brought down by the Pro Bowl special teams player, Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Blitz coming. Sideline, St. Brown, 3rd catch. Tiptoes the sideline and has enough for a Detroit first down.
And this is just kind of coming in. This is not a great job by the blitzers, right? You're going to get in behind each other. And guess what? Jahmyr Gibbs can get both of you. He's going to clog you both up. So it's not just when you're bringing pressure. It's what do you do as you bring that pressure. Those guys got to be away from each other, so you challenge Jahmyr Gibbs to pick the most dangerous.
Yeah, you kind of never know what you're going to get from this Minnesota defense. Brian Flores, first year as a coordinator. First down and 10. Reynolds in the backfield. Swings out. Goff whips it the other way. It's Laporta. Stopped by Andrew Booth, getting his first start today. First in the NFL on 4th down this year. Fake the sweep, run it straight ahead. Gibbs slips his way close to a first down. Ivan Pace grabbed him in the backfield, but he finished forward. He's got enough.
This is something that you see from Jahmyr Gibbs, and it's the patience. I mean, he's very dynamic. He is very explosive. Watch the patience and the cut right there. It's not a bad job defensively by Minnesota. I mean, they play it well. You can see Ivan Pace there. They had Josh Metellus coming down the other side.
Now they are going to measure here. A little closer than it looked when he finished. Crowd not happy with the spot. See what the chains have to say. Ooh, it is just enough, right? Got to get out the credit card, see if you can fit it between the ball and the stick. I don't know, they're stretching it.
That's short.
Now they're saying first down.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. First down at the Minnesota 44. Fake to Gibbs. Goff loads up, lets it rip. Man open, perfect throw. Calif Raymond. Spot him out of bounds inside the 5. That play was a thing of beauty. Goff to Raymond for 41.
And I love, watch Josh Reynolds get up the seam. He's the one that pulls Andrew Booth to the middle. Just that little stutter. It takes your eyes off of Calif Raymond. It allows you the opportunity to separate from Josh Metellus. And then a really well-thrown football by Jared Goff.
Calif Raymond, who has come out of nowhere here in Detroit in his few years to establish himself. The key guy is a receiver here. Here's a toss. Here's Gibbs. Here's the corner and a touchdown. The second rookie to get his 10th touchdown today. Laporta and now Gibbs.
I tell you, these plays are being blocked so well. I mean, there's really nobody there. I mean, just watch these guys out here, and then you've got James Mitchell coming in motion to pick up Josh Metellus. Cameron Bynum is fighting to get off Sam Laporta, or that's an absolute walk-in untouched.
Play action. Pascal is right there. This is a guy in Josh Pascal who was a second-round draft pick last year. His career so far stunted by injuries, but Aaron Glenn points to him as one of their key guys, trying to give him somebody other than Hutchinson to pressure the quarterback.
Did the Lions earlier this year, and that was the player that everybody was talking about. He was going to get his opportunity to really probably get some extended playing time that time, and Aaron Glenn raved about him and his development and where he was trending.
They're talking about perhaps a grounding penalty here.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 12. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Loss of down. It's third down.
And they have added it. He's still in the pocket. No receiver in the area. Loss of down. 3rd and a mile.
Yeah, you can see right here, because of the pressure that Josh Pascal gets right away, there's just really nobody there. You know, you're trying to avoid that negative play.
He's pressured, hit as he throws. Aleem McNeil making his comeback today. They signal just now incomplete. And it's 2nd and 10. McNeil was playing a Pro Bowl caliber season before he injured his knee last month. Back in the lineup today.
Now right in the center, number 54, just kind of driving, collapsing that pocket right into Nick Mullins. And Aiden Hutchinson is lobbying for another. He's lobbying for that other penalty with no receiver in the area, but they had Ty Chandler over that way for the screen.
Gain 2nd and goal. End around in the hands of Jefferson. He looks to throw it, and he gets thrown down by Aiden Hutchinson.
Johnny Munt's got a decision to make, and it's all about Aiden Hutchinson. If that's the guy that's up the field, you have to stay with him. Don't bypass him. You've got to stay and lock on and trust Justin Jefferson to make the next guy miss who's going to be on block. he's got a much better chance of making that defender miss than getting away from Aiden Hutchinson right there. So just some mistakes on this drive once they got down into scoring territory by Minnesota that's put them in tough field position. I'm not over it yet.
Underneath Laporta. And he's got a first down. Stopped by Hicks. Fox's second punt is a beauty. Powell watches it bounce inside the 10. You cannot walk it down there any better than that. Ball is now loose. And Lions down it inside the 10. They're going to spot it at the 1. Khalil Dorsey down there, downing this perfect punt from Jack Fox, who's done it twice today. Play action, blitz is picked up, but that's not enough to get the job done because Aiden Hutchinson is there for the sack. Had the monster game in Dallas last week, and the Lions are hoping that's a sign of what's to come.
Well, you bring pressure here, and then you leave Aiden Hutchinson up against the tight end. You know, that's rolling the dice twice on the same play. So you've got your blitz, and you've already had Aiden Hutchinson matched up against the tight end with no help looking outside.
Every week. Blitz coming here. Mullen steps up for Jefferson, and incomplete. Covered by Cam Sutton, their top cornerback in his first year in Detroit. And it makes it 3rd and 18.
Yeah, great job scrambling. Watch Justin Jefferson, 18, kind of the top of that stack. Watch right here, you're trying to get not really the back shoulder throw, but just behind. And that is a great job by Cam Sutton. Justin Jefferson is frustrated. He has torn this building apart when they have played the Lions throughout his career.
And a sack for Hutchinson, his 5th in the last 2 games.
And this is when it gets dangerous now. He's moving throughout the formation, going inside, going outside, one side, the other side. Coming from over the guard, working against Blake Brandel on that one. And beats him pretty quick.
Minnesota, their 3rd. It's a 30-second timeout.
His hands have gotten so much better. That's the one area that people talk about. And you see the athleticism of these edge rushers, and you
from the 38-yard line, fake to Chandler. And then he throws it incomplete. Trying to kill the screen there. Romeo Okwara wound up doing it.
And it's just one of those situations. And when you watch the film with Nick Mullins, it's knowing when the play is over. And just take your medicine on that snap. You try to get cute there. You change your arm angle and you throw the ball. It gets batted up in the air by Romeo Okwara. And you've almost got a devastating play. Don't do that. Just throw it into the ground near your guy. Don't take the intentional grounding like you did in the first half, but don't create a huge negative play right there.
It's Powell with another chance. Can he get there? Doesn't look like he quite got it. On 4th and 3, he runs a 2-yard route and gets stopped short.
He's a punt returner. He's got tremendous courage when he fields punts, but you see the little stumble right here after the catch. And I get, hey, because he's got those return skills, let's get him the ball in space. He'll get the necessary yardage. Look at the convergence by the Detroit players. You can see the knee is down right there. He's short of the line to gain.
And so this opening drive for Minnesota, the second half had some steam, but runs out of it. And it's going to be a turnover on downs for Kevin O'Connell's team, unless our yellow line's just off. Big Worm's yellow line's never off. It's perfect. And the Lions take over on downs. Take over on downs. Their first possession of the half coming here. Offense so dynamic this season. Wasn't quite the same in the first half. Amon-Ra St. Brown, though, did his thing. That's his 5th catch. Yeah, and he's got 13 yards. It's play action. Nobody open immediately. Goff on the move and a strike for Peoples-Jones. What a throw And especially given the situation, Donovan Peoples-Jones for 20 yards and a Detroit first down.
Now, this is great poise by Jared Goff. You know, there's nothing there while he's in the pocket. He moves out to his right. I thought maybe he was going to scramble for it, but you could see him just hang in there with Donovan Peoples-Jones the whole time, right as the sideline was starting to squeeze the play.
Peoples-Jones had 3 catches in his first 7 games with the Lions, but catches on back-to-back plays here, getting an added chance today with Jamison Williams out. Takes it down to the 28-yard line. Play action on first down. And wide open is Dan Skipper. And Dan Skipper's got 4 yards. Anytime Dan Skipper's name gets brought up, of course it brings a loud cheer. Skipper and Decker and all those guys that were involved in the 2-point penalty last week.
Well, that one was funny. They actually brought him into the backfield, motioned him into the backfield, and then put him in a little bit of a wing on the weak side. From a pressure standpoint in his base formations with the defense.
There goes Skipper in motion. It's Montgomery. It is a Lions touchdown. Career high 13th of the year for Montgomery.
That's a great job. It's going to be Harrison Smith and David Montgomery meeting, you know, in the hole for the touchdown. And that's one of your better safeties in the league. It just shows you that power of David Montgomery. Look at that pad level and then just grinding right there to break the plane.
Biggest issue. They're 0 for 7 on third. They're trying to throw for it. Mullins flushed off his spot and sacked. Levi Onwuzurike, the 4th Detroit sack of the afternoon.
A lot of these are coverage sacks. I mean, you're just not getting there in time. 91, Levi Onwuzurike working that side and then just keeps his eyes on Nick Mullins, sees the escape, and just closes space on him. But there's just nowhere for Nick Mullins to go. So credit the back end of the defense of the Lions for that sack.
Danger zone here for the Vikings. Down 2 touchdowns. Lions set to get good field position here. Collie Freeman putting together a great day returning. Got around the first man. Got around another. Look out here with a blocker ahead. What a day for Collie Freeman returning the ball. Ivan Pace eventually gets him. Lions set to get good field position here. Collie Freeman putting together a great day returning. Got around the first man. Got around another. Look out here with a blocker ahead. What a day for Collie Freeman returning the ball. Ivan Pace eventually gets him.
Kevin O'Connell said that Bengals game, Ty Chandler showed us he could be an every down back.
This time he's blown up by Josh Paschal, who's playing a good game today.
Well, you can see why they were so excited about Josh Paschal early in the year. Watch big number 93 right here. You got a little bit of a stunt going on. He gets right across Christian Darrisaw's face. He just can't get to him. Great quickness there.
Fake to Jahmyr Gibbs. Deep throw from Goff. Down the sideline, St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown in a foot race. Eyes on the end zone. Cuts it back. St. Brown is all the way. Touchdown, Detroit. '70-yard explosion on the first play of the 4th quarter for Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I guess his ribs are all right. What an aggressive play call by Ben Johnson on that. He's been fantastic after the catch today, all afternoon.
7 catches, 144 yards for St. Brown, and that is the longest touchdown catch of his career.
And you having a long playoff run.
Goff sidesteps a blitzer, delivers a strike downfield. Josh Reynolds. First catch of the day for Reynolds. Goes for 17 yards.
This has been fun to watch this afternoon, just a competition.
Metellus coming on the blitz. Gibbs picks him up. Goff on the move, throws against the grain, and has James Mitchell. Just the second catch of the season for the tight end, and he goes for 24 yards.
It's just kind of Jahmyr Gibbs growing as a running back. One of the biggest things is pass protection. Watch Josh Metellus hit this on the run. He's got 2 steps, and he's taking on a guy coming full speed. He stops him in his tracks. Now, he doesn't complete it and finish it, but he gives his quarterback the opportunity to get outside and make a throw. That is not easy when a blitzer hits it perfect, and you're getting to take 2 steps, and he's coming at you full speed is the most important thing. That is #1 on the list, and we saw that in Dallas last week with the 2-point plays at the end of the game, and we're seeing it here today with his commitment with his starters being out there.
Badgley with an important field goal here makes it a 2-score game. On 2nd and 10, Mullins. Broken up by Branch. Powell, the intended receiver.
A tighter coverage on this series, but not really the play calling that we saw on that last one where they went right down the field where they were getting up the seams. This has been more outside, more of a controlled passing game.
Blitz. Mullins hit as he throws and picked off by Cam Sutton. Sutton on the return crosses the 35, and the Lions are 3 minutes away from the finishing touches on a franchise record 12-win regular season.
Just a great job on this defense. What happened last time? It's going to be Afate Melifonwu coming from your right side. He's going to battle all the way through that and be the player that impacts the throw by Nick Mullins. A timing, middle of the field throw that has been impacted by a blitzer has such a high probability of being intercepted.
3rd down and 5 for Mullins and the Vikings. Lofted right to the free safety and picked by Gardner Johnson. In his first game since week 2, he's got the pick.
Ruling on the field is an interception by the defense. 1st down, Detroit.
And we talked about the previous interception not being on Nick Mullins. This one is. This is middle of the field. You're trying to throw to a spot, and Jordan Addison is in the neighborhood, but it comes off high and sails into the middle of the field. So
the first Lions team to win 12 games since the last Lions team to win a playoff game, 1991. Outside again, Reynolds. It's interesting that they're still running plays. Like, he is going to pedal to the metal right to the finish, isn't he?
I don't think he does victory formation until we're getting into the playoffs, I guess. Maybe that's another part of the characteristic of Dan Campbell.
They're headed there. They've matched the franchise record with 12 wins. Another box checked. What is next for Dan Campbell and the Lions? They head to the playoffs for the first time in 7 years, where they'll look for their first playoff win since 1991.